Right guys, well this is episode 2 of the bike rebuild. It's slowly come together, very slowly. It's a bit difficult at the moment because I can't do much until I get my engine back really, and the person who rebuilds my engine is just had a baby recently, so I don't want to nag him to get it done because obviously a newborn is always difficult, so I'm not nagging him. We got 50 days till Spain. So we've still got plenty of time. I would like to try and do a track day before Spain, just to make sure everything's bolted together, not to put like fast lap times or anything in. But yeah, all my stuff obviously that you're about to see that goes on the bikes come from Parker Racing, which is a new sponsor for me, so I really appreciate that. As you can see, look at that, I look official now with a Parker Racing hoodie on, so yeah, feel like part of the family now. So yeah, that's all good. Apart from that, not much more to tell you. One bit of good news. After this will probably be the last episode for it, but February 3rd I'll be running a motorbike shop. So yeah, I've quit my job at the factory I work at, and I'm going to be running a bike shop, which is really exciting. Obviously, kind of ties in now my job with my hobby, so I can't wait. That is Flint Motorcycles in Great Yarmouth. Who have been helping me out with my pit biking for about a year now, and he's just bought a car centre and he just wants a bit of a hand running the bike shop. So Ryan, Flint and Pete, I'm going to be helping them run the bike shop, so I can't wait to start doing something that I really love as a job. That's going to be really good. So yeah guys, cheers for watching the videos. I get a lot of good feedback, better feedback than I thought I would get, and people getting good advice on what to do with their pit bike, tracks to go to, things like that. So if you've not already subscribed, I really appreciate it if you could. I enjoy making these videos, even if I don't get many views. I really enjoy doing it. So yeah, cheers guys for everyone watching. Hope you enjoy this video. Right, so this is all the stuff that we got from Parker a couple of days ago. It's got some new handguards, fitting kit there. Got a new, oh that's just a spare really, spare axle nut, some thread lock, really a must on pit bikes because things tend to come loose. Some new Brembo, the slider clips, because I managed to lose one. New oil cooler, because it was the original on the bike, so it's 5 years old and it was getting a bit worn. It had cracked all along here. So a new one of them. New DID chain. It's worth getting the best chain with pit bikes because making so little power, you want to try and get as much as you can. So yeah, at the end of the day, this is the thing that's connecting your engine to the back wheel. So always don't skimp on a good chain. Always get a good chain. New throttle cable. I always tend, just for safety, to change my throttle cable maybe twice a season. I've had a couple of races where it has snapped on me, so it's definitely worth getting a new throttle cable maybe twice a season. Like I said, that's what I do. New pipe work for the oil cooler, and then some new fancy foot pegs with the plastic sliders on the bottom. So let's get on and fit all these. Right, so we are, it is January the 11th, we are 50 days away now till we take off to go to Spain, and this is the bike as it is now. And we'll start off with all this Parker stuff we've just put on. So we've got a new oil cooler, looks very smart. Like I said, the one that I did have on was the original 5 years ago, and it's seen better days. So yeah, brand new oil cooler, looks really good. Pipes, are far too long at the moment, but I thought I'd just put them on there to show you guys. I obviously will cut them down when I get the engine back from the rebuilders. If we come on down, then we've got a freshly, just completely cleaned out Brembo brake. Completely took it off, stripped it down, new bolts top and bottom, and just, yeah, completely cleaned it out. Obviously new pads in there. I'll show you the make of the pads in a second. Got a whole new spindle and spacers. The new spacers I've got a hell of a lot lighter than the ones that were on there, because they were the original ones with the bikes. These are aftermarket ones, also from Parker, and they're a lot lighter, so we've saved a few grams there of weight we've lost. Obviously we've got these nice yellow wheels now, and they do look really smart. I'm really happy how they came out from RC Coatings in Great Yarmouth. They look really good. And we've got the oh, you can see the new pads there, and we've got the right angled tyre valves, so you can check your pressures in a rush instead of having the straight ones, which is hard to get a tyre pressure gauge on. So yeah, they look really good. Go arm up now. We've got the new handguards. Got a bit of a problem here. My new, get it focused. The new Ardell, there we go, the new Ardell brake lever doesn't fit in my new handguard, so gonna have to do some alterations there to get it to fit. But they're the new handguards. They look a lot smarter than the old ones I did have on. So yeah, they look really cool, look really nice. Obviously got, you forgot there, new throttle cable. Like I said, I change that quite regularly because it's just worth it. For what is a throttle cable, $5.99, something like that, not a lot of money, so it's definitely worth getting a new one. Like I said, twice a season, and obviously trust me, you do notice when you put a new one on, the throttle reaction is just so much better when you have a brand new throttle cable on. So yeah, new throttle cable. We'll see, rear wheel now, once again, nice fresh new spacers and spindles in there, so that all looks good. The yellow wheel looks really good. I'm loving the yellow. I'm glad I went with that and went back to a black frame because it is just a bugger to clean. But yeah, all looks good. And then down here, obviously I haven't put them on yet because you have to put them on the engine. We got the new foot pegs, which once again, the ones that were on mine were the originals, and they were just getting a bit old, and yeah, just nice and fresh new ones. Look really good. So yeah, that is the bike so far. So that was just a little video of where we're at the moment, with what the bikes look like rebuilding that. Like I said, all the parts came from Parker Racing, so I'll put a link in below of all the parts that I've bought. So all the parts that I've bought be a link below, and you can go check it out. They all came from the Parker Racing shop, and it's all quality stuff. It's not, obviously some of it is Chinese because it's pit bike stuff, but it's good quality stuff. He obviously makes his own spacers and things like that, and yeah, the brake pads are the best pads you can get. So on about that, I will just quickly show you, because I was meant to show you guys. They are the brake pads, so they are the brake pads I use. They're on Parker's website. I think they're the only ones he sells for the Brembo kit, so for the Brembo caliper. So yeah, just go check it out, and like a massive thanks obviously to Parker for doing me a great deal on this stuff, and for the sponsorship for 2020. Even before he gave me the sponsorship, 80% of my pit bike parts all came from Parker. So yeah, all the links for the stuff that I've bought are below, so go check it out. Yeah, hopefully next video I do will be putting the engine back in and hopefully getting some new graphics on the bike. So yeah, hopefully guys stay around and watch that, and I'll see you hopefully in a couple of weeks.